Welcome to the Carr and Seguin Show, hosted by Devin Carr and Paul Seguin, where two Michiganders dive into real estate, outdoors, community building, and everything in between. Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on?
Not much, man. Another day.
Yes,
Episode 49.
Yes.
We're halfway to 98.
There you go. I was wondering how quick you're going to pick it up. Yeah.
Come on, bro. Seriously?
I know there wasn't practice beforehand, so I'm just going to see how
that
fast you could do it.
That was right on the fly.
That was good.
Doing my math.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Thank you.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Right.
You can get out of the studio now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not welcome here anymore. No, we have an awesome guest with us today. He actually is a family member of mine.
Some kinfolk.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Matt Holmes from
Hello.
Ehlers Heating and Cooling. We're in the house to talk about some HVAC, some maintenance,
Yep.
some good stuff. Obviously, with spring being around the corner.
Right there.
It's there's some good nuggets we're going to be discussing today that you're going to want to be getting your pad and paper for,
Right.
fellas, and writing them down. So, but and then also I will have to say Matt is the one who graciously let me hunt his amazing hunting property to tag my buck this year.
Yeah, it was
There you go.
quite a trip. It was quite a year this year.
Freaking hell of a
I think it
trip.
was probably one of the best years we had. You know? Yeah. Yeah, it was
I
good.
mean, dude, it's just amazing property. I mean, we've talked. If you've listened to any shows, I talk about this all the time. I
Right.
mean, it just was. I mean, your guys' freaking setup from doing plots and strategically planning out where you got your stands, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of thought that's gone into it for
Right.
sure. you
Yeah,
know? Just kind of, it's fun.
it's
you know?
a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good opening
Right.
weekend. I mean, I just love talking about it.
Well, yeah.
We can
Yeah.
just talk about this
Yeah.
if we want. No, it was just so nice that it snowed. Oh man, it was just beautiful.
Yeah,
It was a
everything
nice
about it
week.
was, it was a good time to be up there. You know,
Heck
obviously,
yeah.
you know, all of us, and then like the weather or cooperated,
Yeah.
you know, really well with the whole thing all the way around. It was just it was a great experience, not only for us to do it every year, but you know what I mean? Like it was a really good scenario
I
for
was
you
spoiled,
as well, you know,
yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
not like that every time.
Right. Yeah.
It's
You don't
definitely-
leave with tagged
yeah.
deer every
Right,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like that every time. Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was one of the nicer opening weekends or week for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
the year before was foggy, I think it was.
Right. Year
and
before
then-
that it was like pouring rain.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
we've
yeah.
had a couple,
yeah.
a couple in a
Brutal
row that
ones.
were bad.
Yep. Yeah, we were due. It was funny. That's what I was telling Doug, my brother Doug, you know,
Yeah.
before. It was like, we're due for a good opening day here, you know?
Right.
You know, it seems like they kind of, you get a good one and then it's, get a few,
Not
as
yeah.
much,
Iffy.
but
Right.
Right.
yep. So,
No, yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. We all got bucks this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did he give you
So-
any backstraps or anything for letting you?
No, we let them keep those.
Oh, yeah.
We let them keep that. So,
Yeah.
tried to get him to take a bite of the heart, but he wouldn't.
No?
do it.
Oh, man.
He'd paint his face a little with some
Yeah.
blood, you know, get some war paint on him.
That's the
Yeah.
christening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, little blood
Yeah.
on the face.
Nothing wrong
Take a
with
nice
that.
big bite of the heart out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. No, he jumped right in there though. There was no. Yeah, he was excited.
all
That
about
was,
it.
I mean, it makes it nice. Like you know, bringing someone new. Paul. I mean, it was even building up to it. Like you could tell, just all the research that he had done, all the time that he had put into it, even going into it. It's like it's really fun to even watch. Someone new.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was,
getting
I was
that experience
just
and all
on
that.
freaking heaven when you called and were like, well, Doug and I have been talking. We would like to extend an invite. I'm like, no freaking way. You're lying to me. I'm
Right.
like,
Well,
heck
it's-
yeah.
because it's not, it's 80 acres, 79 acres, so it's not huge, and it's the two of us, and then we usually have, Scott is, my brother's our longtime friend, he comes every year. So between the three of us, it's,
Right.
it's not always a ton of room, in rifle season.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
No, I remember he got a new headlamp and we were doing some meeting, and there he is. He's doing the whole meeting with his headlamp on. He's all excited.
You're doing like a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I freaking have my headlamp.
Yeah,
on,
right.
like,
I just got it.
testing it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Sounds great.
I'm already excited.
Right.
Antlerless seasons in September. Only what, freaking 7 months away.
Yeah,
maybe.
we're gonna do
7 months.
Yeah, we were gonna do a big antlerless hunt this year. We were talking about inviting a group of people up to
Heck
you know.
Took care of some dough.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Freaking everywhere.
It's I mean, we're fortunate. It's a pretty nice, my dad started kind of like the plant. He my parents bought the place, and then, my dad was the one that really started with the food plots and like kind of engineering the layout of the place and really building it up. And then, when he passed away, Doug and I took over, and it was like, and then we really put a lot of our own into it.
Right,
Like it was very much a hobby for him, where I feel like we
took it to the next
we
level.
might take it a little more.
Yeah.
We might take it a little more, maybe a little too seriously.
Yeah.
No way.
But
I don't think that's not even
we
possible.
Like really developed it into
It's freaking awesome.
Kind of what it's going into now, and you see the benefits for sure. It's like
Right.
you can't walk anywhere without deer just
yeah.
picking deer up everywhere. Well, you saw it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean, you listen to podcasts, you listen to Wired to Hunt or Deer Hunter. I mean, they talk about the Foundations podcast, and they talk about all of these strategies of how you want to do plots and building
access
them out.
trails, putting your plots in
it's
a
freaking
thought-out
like
way.
exactly what they're doing.
And
I'm
there's
like,
access trails, so you're not blowing anything out. Your wind is always, if the wind's this direction, you're using this side. You're using these access trails. If it's coming from this way, you're using that side. It's very. We don't mess around with that.
It's
stuff,
very thought about how
getting into different stands and locations.
Before you're pulling the tractor out and plowing. I mean, it's like how are we doing it? Where are we placing it?
There's a lot of thought.
Right.
Yeah. We have an ongoing plan for it. This even years. We've got upcoming things up down the road that we're still working on. It's a never ending process. For sure. But
it used to be a cheap meat. It is very
That's not
it's
even,
funny
we're not even talking about that. We're not even talking about
It's funny you say that because like I'm bringing like this meat home. Like, babe, we got freaking a freezer full. She's like, yeah. Well, do you want me to count back how much money you spent to get that deer? Like,
that's what I say to Becca all the time. Sweetie, it's cheap meat.
Oh yeah.
All your gadgets.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's fun. No, it was a good time. Yeah. So. Thanks again. I will probably say it forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was just an awesome week and ton of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But so we'll walk. Let's talk a little heating and cooling.
Yeah, I guess we got to talk about shopping.
Right, yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit. Obviously, Ehlers Heating and Cooling is located in Livonia.
Yep.
Right there off 8 Mile and Merriman.
Yeah, just east of Merriman. Yep.
Just east of Merriman in Livonia.
Yep.
So tell us a little about your history and background with them.
Yeah. Well, Ehlers, was established in 1961, so they've been around 60 years. Yeah. I started there in 2001, so like 20 years. 21 years.
Yeah. You can drink now.
Yeah. I was not of legal age when I started that. But yeah, I started there just as a delivery driver. I didn't know anything, started there just the delivery guy, worked in the shop and stuff, worked my way up. And now, I'm the service and installation manager running both of those. Yeah. So,
promoted from within.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Just kind of worked the way up the ladder there for sure.
And I actually worked there for a hot minute.
Yep. Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're only, I think, if I remember right, you were just brought in. It was supposed to be just for a couple of weeks. There was like a project that we had and you were helping out with. But gosh, everybody liked you so much, Paul.
I have a way of winning people over a little bit.
Everybody liked you so much. You stuck around, I think, for the summer or something. It was a few months maybe.
Yeah, it was actually, I thought it was almost a year.
It could have been,
yeah. And then I got offered my first assistant pro job, right? And that's when I left to go to Tanglewood and South Line. But
I
I was the bitch boy. Let's be real.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's right. You were doing exactly what I started doing. You know,
I remember all those phone calls where Don or Scott.
Yeah, I need this. I need this right now.
Hey, you gotta. Matt's got some couple duck runs he's gonna make up. Some
sheet metal.
Sheet metal. There you go. Yeah, and he's like, gotta bring it out. And I go to Matt, and he's like, yeah, it's like nothing. I'm like, so there's something else to why they want me to come out there. And they'll be like, hey,
you want to do there to drag all the crap out of the basement.
So you gotta go put the climb a chimney and drop the thing down, the liner in, or hey buddy, you gotta go into the crawl space. Oh, there was one in North Livonia. It was in an attic, middle of the summer. I mean, that attic was like 150 degrees.
Yeah.
And it was with Scott, and he's like, hey, I need you to go up there. I'm like, you can go up there? He's like, no, you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Been there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so, let's see there. Yeah, we're a carrier dealer. We're a factory authorized dealer. Let's see here. Yeah, we're President Award winner 9 years in running.
Wow.
Which is Carrier's top
award, right?
So, and then NATE certified. All our technicians are NATE certified, which is the highest certification for technicians that they can get. That's the North American Technicians of Excellence. So we require everybody, if you don't have it coming in,
you gotta get
certified. We get you certified. Yep. So
and 90, it's what is it? You tell me it's 90% has to be NATE certified to even have that certification.
To have for the company to have that certification, 90% of the employees need to be certified. Yeah, which is not an easy test, But, but yeah, so.
Which is good.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, well, we like we really do. There's a lot of HVAC companies. We've been around a long time, but it's because we do quality. It really is. It's quality work, and it's the guys doing the craftsmanship and the know-how in that, and to keep that standard up.
Right.
We got to make sure we're top of the game there. So.
Yeah.
I mean, the saying "you get what you pay for."
Yep.
Right.
Is not a false statement.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a true statement.
Yeah, for sure. So.
I would question someone who's like, "Yeah, I'll put that in for $1,000."
Right.
What?
Yeah.
When the other guys are like 4 or 5.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's not.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, furnace, air conditioners, water heaters, Bradford White water heaters.
Okay.
We install, which is also top of the line for as far as water heaters, and those are made right here in Michigan.
Are they?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
did not know
support that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bradford White, man.
That's why they're all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
I just figured, it was like,
good brand.
a good
great
brand.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
I didn't know that.
Michigan made.
It's good to know. Good to know. All right.
So.
So one of the things that, just maintenance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's always a big question is how to get the life expectancy out of my furnace.
Oh, for sure. Right. Yeah, properly maintaining your system. I mean, that's how you get the maximum life out of it. Which for a furnace, maximum. Your life expectancy, I shouldn't say maximum, but your expected life. Out of a furnace these days is 20 years. An air conditioner is 15 years. To get those, maintaining it properly is how you get there. So it's as easy as making sure your filters are changed, drains. Keeping those clean,
which I know a lot of people don't do that.
No. Yeah, right. They might change their filter if they remember, or when something stops working.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess I'll start with that.
And just take a look at the filter and be like, well, when was the last time you changed this thing?
Yeah.
I think that's
I'm
lot
supposed
of
to?
mentality is,
but,
we'll run it till it breaks.
Exactly. Yeah. But, the added benefits to keeping, the maintenance, lower utility bills, and then obviously the increased system life,
Right.
That's how you're gonna to keep that up. But yeah. So
because we get especially when it's like the most common question when I'm showing homes, right? Is how old is that? And I'm like, well, I don't know.
Right.
No, and not the truth. I mean, you can take a look. You can tell just by obviously the look of it whether it's you can like that's a pretty old system.
Right.
Sure.
That's looks like it's somewhat newer, or you can just tell. Like, I mean, you can usually even maybe see on the permit sticker on the side.
Oh yeah, when it's installed.
When it was
whatever,
installed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question that I get a ton is like you answer is like, well, how long should I? Will this last?
Yeah.
And Adam, my brother, he's got this 40-year-old furnace.
Yeah.
Still just pumping.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I do like, hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Sure. Like you said, though, you might be paying some pretty decent energy bills.
Yeah, right. It's probably costing an arm and a leg. But,
Yeah.
but it's doing it.
Still going.
Doing its job.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, it gets commonly asked, like, how much so long? And it's like, well, I mean, I always kind of said, probably 15 to 20. I think I always said like 15 to 30 years, but
Yeah.
But it goes back to how well you take care of it.
Well, exactly. Right. Yeah, you can get more than 20 hours. That's just that's your expected life.
Yeah.
So, but you can kind of get into other things
So
there as far as once you start having major breakdowns.
Yeah.
At like 12 years or whatever, then
right.
How much do you put into it before you start?
Right.
If the expected life is 20, on a furnace.
Well, especially if you get
AC.
fixes that cost a decent amount. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, should I just replace it here?
Yeah. That's when you got to start thinking about that. That's for sure. But before that, you should be thinking about maintenance.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is change your filter, right? I mean, you got to change your filter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as far as a homeowner doing the maintenance, that's kind of the extent. Cleaning your drains and changing your filter. Like we have a maintenance program.
Stealing the words right from my mouth.
Yeah. Yes, we do, Paul. It's the customer care program that we offer. Then we come out twice a year. So once in the fall, once in the spring. Go through the furnace, but we're checking more. We're changing your filters for you, and we bring your filters with us. You don't have to worry about finding them, picking them up. When was the last time? You know what I mean? Like we worry about all that. We'll call you and say, hey, it's time for your furnace.
Yeah,
check up, come out. But we're checking the carbon monoxide levels. Making sure that that's safe, that's good. You're checking. Going through the amp draws on the motors and all that stuff, just kind of getting a health report of your system. So it's kind of keeping you like, maybe it's it's getting to 12, 15 years old, but we can tell you, it's in pretty good shape. You should be, so still kind of peace of mind, type of thing, And then in that program too, it's, you get a 15% discount on filters or any parts that you might need. Cause with that, we certainly catch things like, hey, this igniter's on its way out, better change it now before, because it's going to be Christmas Eve when it dies. And then you're paying like triple time or something.
Right, yeah.
Seems to only
or
have
if
problems.
they can't get the part.
Right.
Well, that
exactly.
too.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
With all this supply issues we're still having with COVID.
Yeah, so so on in the program you get 15% discount on service, parts, filters, any service calls that you might have, in between or whatever.
Yeah.
For that year, and then same deal with your air conditioner. We come back in the spring and do the same thing, Is there any differences of what you guys are looking at from the different, or are you just doing the full system checks every time? Yeah, well, yeah. Out? So, I mean, in the fall, we're pretty much just primarily focusing on the furnace as far as the motors, the vent motor and your blower motor on that, and those components. And then in the summer, we're actually like cleaning the outdoor condenser coil.
Oh, really?
You get like the what's the white fuzzy stuff and the
cottonwood.
Yeah. Like that's like death to an air conditioner, and efficiency of it. You get that packed up around it, so
you can't breathe.
We've got cleaner that we put on there. We not power wash, but we got these wands. It's almost it goes to a garden hose, but it's like a wand that's like it goes down in there and it kind of sprays. Gets it cleaned out real well.
Okay.
Which is actually a really big thing. I mean, I see a ton of air conditioner units, condensers just covered in crap.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think people just don't realize, like, that needs to breathe. It needs to draw air in to cool down the coil to then produce the coal. And so if it can't bring air in, I mean, that thing's just going to overwork.
Yeah, if that's not clean, I mean, that's really, it's costing you more money. I mean, it really takes the efficiency down of the unit, but also makes it work a lot harder. And that's, you start breaking stuff.
Right.
at that point, especially on those real hot days.
Because you could just not to take away and saying not to use you guys,
Yeah.
right? But honestly, homeowners, like, if you're listening, you haven't cleaned a condenser in a while. I mean, you can just even use a garden hose.
Stick your garden hose,
Right.
yeah, and just kind of angle it down. You don't want to jam the stuff into the fins,
right? Because the fins
Yeah.
can bend,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that causes even.
So you just
the
got
same
to angle it
problem.
down so it's washing it down, yeah. But that's a good thing, yeah, certainly. And you can't, you're not going to hurt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's meant to be outside. It's meant to get wet. It's okay.
But you guys
Yeah.
got tools to also to bend those back.
Yeah, if
A little bit,
if there's
bit.
some damage done, we have like fin combs where you
Yeah.
they can be repaired. There's
Hey, I'm just fin combing.
Right.
Sounds like you may
I need a
have
little
some
fin
experience
combing.
with that.
Yeah,
Not too
yeah.
many people would ask that question.
Yeah.
Well, I worked with you. I saw what
Oh,
you guys
okay,
can
all right,
do.
okay.
You got the tools.
I thought maybe Paul was.
Damaging some
Yeah, right.
condensers. Hit some golf balls into them.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Shake that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how much does this cost, though?
It's $209 for the year. So $209
for the whole
covers,
year.
Yep, for the year. So that covers both visits. The only thing that doesn't cover is your filters. Because those
Yeah,
are
the
just
cost
you got
of
such
stuff.
a difference between
Right.
different filters, different systems.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different stuff there.
Right.
So
But that guarantees, $209 is an investment to just, that's going to prolong the life of your systems.
yeah,
Because you're having a service technician come out and look at it twice a year. It's going to save you the trouble of when it is Christmas Eve
Right.
and your furnace blows.
yeah,
And when that first 90-degree day shows up and you try to go turn your air on and you got none.
Right.
yeah.
And obviously the supply, it's not just like I can call you and say, hey, can you come put a new furnace in tomorrow?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But does it also give you priority too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. So it gives you priority scheduling for sure.
That's
if you're a
huge.
member, right, you're getting bumped in front. We're making sure you're getting taken care of.
That
Let's put it that way.
VIP white
Yeah.
glove
Yeah.
service.
There you
Yep,
go.
exactly.
I like that.
24-hour after-hour service.
Yeah.
You have that available as well. So
Right.
yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer if you ask
Heck
me.
yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about exactly finding the right filter.
what-
when to get it? When is the last time I changed it?
Right,
You know,
yeah.
we'll just handle all
Out of
that.
sight.
Yeah,
out of
sight, out of
mind.
mind. Exactly.
That's
Yep.
what it is.
Yep.
It's peace
Well,
of mind.
Busy world these days.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier when it's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Right. Heck yeah.
Yep.
But you brought up one thing that was a part of that maintenance that I know you've even told me this,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a good topic to touch on because there are so many different types of filters.
Yeah.
And I think if anybody that's listening like me, I will go for the best. I'll be the idiot that just
Sure.
pays the extra money because
Yeah.
it's got a 10 rating.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to.
It's gotta be good.
It's got to be good.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I am a sucker for the there's a reason why it costs more.
Right.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that's right for the most part. But,
It's not.
I know.
It's not the best
that's
logic.
what
Yeah.
Jess tells me
Yeah.
all the time. She's like, they could. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Yeah. No, but I'm glad you brought that up because that is, that's something we see. More and more. More now than we ever have.
Probably
But
ever.
that's something we see all the time because you get especially you get these 1-inch filters that they have, and they're talking hyping these high MERV ratings. MERV is the minimum efficiency reporting value. So that's just kind of telling you how tight of a filter, how good, how well it filters, which
So
is
it's
great.
dense.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
more.
yeah, like thicker, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, more dense, so it's going to
What should
filter.
catch
It's tighter, so it's going to catch more
more
stuff.
crap
exactly.
that's in the
but that's
air.
also restricting your air quite a bit. And if you're not one that's up on changing your filter, real
On time.
exactly,
a
and you
little
start
plugged.
getting a really high MERV,
Yeah.
tight
clogged.
filter. Yeah, you start running, overheating the furnace. You're freezing up your air conditioning coil,
Because it's
you
just
see,
overworking.
right? So like us, because like a 1-inch wide filter is probably one of the more common filters
Size.
for, I would say, the newer systems now. Media wide filter is what's common. That's all we put in. We don't even install 1-inch filters,
Yeah.
because with the 1-inch filters, like a MERV 8's really like the highest you want to put in there. You start getting over MERV 8, which is very easy to do. I mean, there you go down the aisles and,
and Home Depot,
10,
Lowe's,
12, 15, like, yeah, you're seeing,
holy
you're seeing up there, which is great. If you're changing it once a month, you can get away with that, but no one's doing that. No one's doing that.
Right, because they think they're buying the better filter.
Right.
Lasts longer.
Yes,
exactly.
right.
No, and it's right. It's shorter.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yep.
It's an oxymoron.
Yeah. So, and even so then in the media filters, which is the wider, that's like your 3, 4, 5 inch wide filters.
Yeah.
Those you can get up pretty high as well. But like Carrier in most systems, a MERV 11 is really the highest you want to go unless you've got like a specific, like their purifier system where they'll have a 13 or a 15. 15, that's like hospital grade. I mean, that's pretty,
really?
Yeah, that's pretty serious filtering you got going on. But with the virus, pandemic and stuff, people are looking for that, but just typical systems, even Carrier, they don't recommend going over more than a MERV 11 with their, even with a wide media filter, unless you're going with their purifier it's made, it's kind of set up for.
So is that something additional to the furnace, the air purifier?
Yeah, that's additional. They're kind of, it's like $1,200 to have that put in. Most people, it doesn't make a ton of sense. But if you are someone that's a route you want to go, they do have other options too. Like there's an iWave R air purifier that you still use your same air filter, but you can add this purifier into your furnace, and it goes in relatively, it doesn't disturb too much, it goes in relatively easily, and that's more in like the $900 range, but it's like maintenance free, you don't have to. There's no.
So is it just kind of like a bar?
No, well, yeah, it's like a little, it's like a little box that has this. You're gonna get into like I don't really know the technology part of it. There's like little ions I know that come off, and it's got a this little arm that rotates that's distributing that in such a fashion. I don't know. I'm starting to go down a road. I don't
We'll skip that question.
But, they work well, and they're self-cleaning. There's a little brush on there.
There you go.
But it's a great option without getting into a huge expense, because then that too, it's a one and done. Once you're in with the other ones like the purifiers, you get the higher filters, and that's great, but now you're changing that filter,
in that as well,
once or twice a year, but just about $100 filter, So, but they're great.
Now, like the air purifiers,
$100 filter
for people that have allergies, is that something that you see more people like that install?
Oh, absolutely. But even, if it's allergies, a lot of times that even just the MERV 8 or MERV 11, a lot of times will take care of that. Man, but if you got some real serious issues with that, that's when you might want to move into like the purifier as well. And there's other things too. UV lights and things that for mold on the inside. You can go way down air quality.
Yeah, right.
Air quality. You can get real involved with that.
Huh.
But just for the most, I would say every day, stick to a MERV 8 if you got a 1-inch filter or less.
Now, does it say, for those listening, does it say on their furnace? Like a guide, almost like what filter it actually takes.
Yeah, no way. Okay. Well, unless that installer wrote it on there or something.
He was nice enough to make it.
Right? Yeah, they're not really going to know that. Yeah.
So nothing. So if you have a 1-inch, no more than an 8.
That's what I would recommend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then so I have the 4.
Yeah, great. The media filter.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't go more than
like 11, like 11. Yeah, sure.
What are you running these days?
I thought it's a 10.
Ooh, there you go.
It says right on the filters, right?
Yep, absolutely.
The number is the MERV rating.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I think it's 10, and that's like.
So you're doing good.
Yeah.
I
think stay right there, but you better be changing it. I mean, at least every 6 months. I probably wouldn't go more than 6 months without it, because you have some animals in the house too, right?
No,
just your kids.
We did. We had. Well, we never let them inside. Chickens.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't let them in? You didn't let them inside?
No.
Oh, man. Those poor chickens.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They're outside laying eggs, man. We did have a bunny. We let the bunny inside.
Oh, there you go.
But then we got rid of that one.
It's hard on animals. You used to have chickens. Those were delicious.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah. Luckily enough, Jess has a real good friend that runs a farm and just
Oh, yeah.
We got money for you now.
Once you guys run your course with it, you just
It's just our kids they're just too young right now, and I don't know. We'll get a dog soon.
Yeah.
We'll get a dog soon. Probably. We'll see. We'll keep that one. I know.
Yeah. Right.
Anyways.
Anyway,
I'd hope.
But so yeah, a 10 though. I think that's the number. Is that like the highest that Home Depot kind of? Because I mean.
Oh no, I definitely see them higher than that. I mean,
Really?
I see them up to a 13. I've seen them. Yeah. Because we pull.
So maybe I am.
We pull like the 1-inch filters too. We'll pull like just the other day there was someone that had some issues going on and yeah, they had like a MERV 12 1-inch filter in there, and it was. Yeah, which is like
Pretty
I said,
dirty.
it's fine if you're going to do that every 30 days. You're changing it, but
Right.
you can't go a couple months or a few months, and you're going to start having problems real quick. You know?
Now, is the rule of thumb too? Like if you hold your filter up and you can't see through it, like it's done.
Yeah, you're past done if you can't see through it. Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna tell a difference in the color of it.
Sure.
In general.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
you could see a lot of light through it, I would say you're probably doing all right. But
still
you know,
okay.
But
But if it just looks dirty, just change it.
yeah, I would say
Because I'm on a dirt road too, so I know that probably maybe.
if you're changing your filter every 6 months with a
right.
media filter, you know, if you got a 4-inch wide filter,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay.
You're not going to go wrong with that. You
All
know,
right.
just do
You're
it
doing good.
change it with the seasons.
Yeah, I
and you're
think
good.
I let my last time go a little.
If you have a 1-inch filter, I'd be changing it every 3 months. You know,
Yeah.
so
No, because it's funny you say that because I think even on the media filters it says lasts up to 12 months.
yeah.
Which
so
is like-
whenever in a perfect situation. So like.
Yeah.
The cleanest
You
air.
know, right. Okay. You've got like the perfectly kept home. You've got your ducts cleaned, so those are nice and shiny. You know what I mean? Like
You don't have
in the
anybody
best case
over. You never
scenario-
open your doors
Right.
or your windows.
And that's why, because yes, it is.
You're like
6
a
to 12 months, but we don't
1990
tell
person.
people that.
Right, yeah.
Because when you say that, all they hear is 12 months.
Right.
I'll just push
True.
the limit.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Like, yeah, you could in a scenario get away with that, but if you go every 6 months, you know you're good.
No,
You don't
I
have a
think
problem.
I set an alarm. And this might be a tip for everybody out there. We all have smartphones.
Yeah.
Go to your reminder on your phone and just set it for 6 months.
Right.
Or alert you. Go check furnace filter. And I think it went off and I procrastinated on it. And it like kind of went 7 months and I took it out. I'm like, oh
Sounds-
yeah, that's dirty.
Sounds like you need a guy.
Yeah, right.
I know. I'm gonna sign up 100%. I don't know why I haven't, to be honest. As busy I am.
Yeah.
This out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
It's pretty dang good to me.
Yeah.
You know.
That's funny.
No, I was just curious on that too because I know they say. I think you've probably told me this before too. Of like the 6 months is probably why I have it set on my phone.
Yeah.
But when you buy them, it says 12 months. I'm like, oh, that's a joke.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
like
it
when
depends.
you buy a new bow for hunting. I mean, they say it reaches how many feet per second, and that is like they shoot it 1,000,000 times in that one time, and they
Right.
got an arrow to go
Right.
that fast,
Yeah.
and that's what they put on there. And
Yeah.
I mean,
You got the
it's
perfect.
not even close when you get all your own stuff on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like in a lab, in
Right.
the best scenario,
Yeah.
they got this out of it.
Right.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's the same thing for golf clubs. All the labs they tested with the robot arm, who swings
Perfect swing.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
That's all the lab tests. It's like, all right, well, that doesn't even equate
right.
to
Right.
what
Yeah.
someone
Translate.
grabbing it hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
a joke. And that's what they slap all over it.
Yeah.
But
So
so sign up for the maintenance program.
got it.
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Take care of you.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Doing it right now. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Now, in terms of talking about working your furnace, I mean, with the dirty filter, stuff like that, but then, I mean, especially, I would say more so now than the summer, I would think people tend to bring their heat, set their temperature while they're not home down lower.
Oh yeah.
And then when they get home, obviously they want it at a certain
Sure.
temperature.
Yeah,
Is
like
there a-
programmable. I mean, that's like more popular than ever too, because they got you got all the rebates and stuff coming from like the energy companies and that to get programmable thermostats.
Mhm.
Oh,
You
really?
know. Oh yeah, yeah. You can get $50 or whatever from the. Or I think at DTE, I think will even send you. I think there's a program where they'll even send you a thermostat.
really, it's programmable.
Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
trying to get you to start utilizing setback temperatures and all that stuff. But yeah, you can kind of get into there, kind of what we have found, in the stuff that we're looking at is, you can also go too far with that,
Right. Yeah.
We recommend, in a 24-hour period, really, you don't want to go past, 5 to 7 degrees setback. Different systems are going to vary a little bit, but for the most part, once you get past that 7-degree mark in a 24-hour period where you're setting it back that much, just for that to get back to temperature, you end up burning more energy than what you saved just by setting it back a little bit. Now if you're gone for the weekend or gone for a week or two on vacation, that's a different story, But yeah, just like in a daily, that's what 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
Like if it's while you're gone at work, because then you got to think too. The other thing, like in the heating season, that you don't really think about is like if you got a lot of hardwood floors in your home, humidity is a big thing, right? You want to keep your humidity right. Well, your humidifier only works when your heat's working. So if your furnace is set back 7 degrees.
And it's not pumping.
Well, how long before that furnace is actually running? It's going to be off almost that whole time you're gone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So which means your humidifier is not working and humidity is traveling with heat. So as the heat is lost, so is your humidity. Now you got to build all that back up.
Oh, shoot.
You know what I mean? So it's like by the time, you're almost better off just maintaining at some point. I'm not saying don't ever don't use your program.
What if you go way too far?
But just think about, those are things to consider, Same thing in the air conditioning, setting back, you're getting the humidity back in the house again, and that AC's got to pull the moisture back out to get the humidity back out to get it comfortable again.
I think it was yesterday morning. I was watching, was it Ask This Old House or This Old House? And they were talking about that exact same thing, about how it was just taking too long to suck all that moisture back out.
Right.
Because she wasn't running it during the day.
Huh.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good to, because you're going to say, I think it's like, I'm trying to remember now, but I think it's like 1% per degree is what they say, but like I said, once you get to a certain point though, you're losing.
Right. Yeah.
So you're not really gaining anything
By setting it back that far.
Right. But
think of your animals, people.
Yeah.
They're cold.
Keep it warm.
Yeah.
Keep them toasty.
So, yeah.
We always fight over that temperature.
Oh, really?
Setting the temperature.
I feel like
house.
it's a household.
Yeah.
Ongoing thing.
It's funny. We get that a lot. Like a lot. People, we'll be there. We're putting it in. The people are like, "What should we be keeping it at?" It's like, hey, man,
I'm not trying to start a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Honey, he's going to answer this question.
Yeah. Come here.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
here. He's going to say 69.
Yeah. No, the best answer is what's comfortable.
Yeah, right.
That's why you have it.
Whatever is good
there.
for you.
Exactly.
You can figure that one out.
Yep.
I used to get that all the time when I used to guide people. Would always say, "Well, what should I wear?" I don't know. I mean, do you wear shorts when it's 20 outside? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you wear.
Right. Yeah.
Dress accordingly.
These are going to be the temperatures.
Right. Yeah.
If you show up in a winter coat, more power to you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So, it's just taking a little more step there, as far as the setback. And I was saying, different systems are going to cost different much, different amounts or whatever. But, if you got an older, like your brother, right? 40-year-old system, you got that baby cranking along all day. It's going to cost you a little bit, right?
Yeah, right.
But, that kind of leads right into my other point that I wanted to, was going to make was, as far as equipment and payback.
Yeah.
Adam, pay attention, buddy.
I know he listens, so speak to him. Adam, take notes right now.
You up.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, going from say a 40-year-old furnace to like the high efficient furnaces of today's world.
Yeah. Come out of the 80s now.
Because another question we get a lot is, what's the pay? Like really, like how long is it going to take? 7 years. 7 years is what you can expect. Going from an older furnace, 70 or 80% or to a 90+ efficient furnace. You can expect about a 7-year payback, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not that long. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I love the fact that you're pulling air from outside. Right? I mean,
well, for the combustion,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, instead of using air that you've paid to temper,
Yeah.
you've paid to
just
heat this air, and then you're
recirculating.
using that for the combustion, and then dumping it outside, dumping it up your chimney.
Yeah.
And then it takes even the draft too. Takes some air with it. But
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I
For
kind of
sure.
liked about it. It just
yeah.
seems more fresh.
I suppose.
Yeah, good nose on
That's the way I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the mechanics about it, and I just think it makes sense to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Now, what about covering your units?
That is a fantastic
You know
question.
what?
Yeah.
Jess
Thought I
actually
slipped it
just-
in.
That is. I actually had that. That's
You're
that's
bringing
a great.
up a pain point. I've always covered it, and I forgot this year. Jess was like, I was on the deck the other day. Did you forget to cover the AC unit? I'm like, did I not? She's like, no, it looks pretty rusty too, by the way.
FYI.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you ruined our air conditioner.
Yeah.
So that is a really good question, because that's another one we get a lot, and the reality of it is the unit's made to sit outside.
That's what I mean.
The unit's made to sit outside. So now covering it definitely has its benefits, right? Especially you gotta now today's systems have never been more expensive, right?
Right.
Just like with everything. So it's like keeping things newer longer. A cover I think is worth it.
Yeah.
But if you're covering it properly, because this is where you can really screw up.
Okay.
The worst thing you can do for your air conditioner, covering wise, is wrapping a tarp around that baby, slap some bungee cords on it.
I've seen my fair share.
That's what I've done.
Paul, exactly. Paul's face just lit up over here.
That's what I've done.
Mine's not working.
No, it's because you're trapping the moisture inside of there. You know what I mean? The thing's got to breathe. Just like you're going to get condensation inside, and now that moisture is just sitting in there rotting away on wires. And,
that's
the
why it's
tubing and all
rusty.
that.
Nay, dude.
Yeah, exactly. If you buy like the carrier units, all the units, any manufacturer is going to sell the correct cover for their units, and if you look, like they're a little bit short, they don't quite cover the bottom, so air can still get through, and they got vents built into it. So, and I know you can get like universal covers at Home Depot or wherever, and that's great. Just pay attention to see if they got vents built into it, or if it doesn't, at the very least, like make sure it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. If you're going to use your tarp method. Just keep it up a little bit. Just make sure air can still get
through.
Kind of breathe. Yeah, can kind of blow through to.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I think the last tarp I used did have holes in it.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Preventive.
Saving grace.
There you go.
Saving grace. No, and it's not gonna like destroy the thing over the course of a season or whatever. But over time, certainly. Really, you're best off, because the biggest thing is keeping. Like in the fall, you got the leaves and stuff that are falling, and that gets down inside there, and it's just laying in the bottom, and it gets wet, and then it's just same thing. It's kind of just gonna rot in the bottom of it out and all that, and it's so even covering the top as a bare minimum.
I have seen some people throw like a garbage can on top of the.
Absolutely,
I've seen that.
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
Just something on covering the very top of it, where there's more space, because that's where the fan blows out on top.
Yep, just to keep the leaves and stuff from
getting
in there,
in
the fall when that's.
Because that's right where the condenser motor sits.
Yeah, compressor and the motors right there. Yep, exactly.
Right.
So, any of that, I think that any of that is good. You don't have to. Like I said, they're made to be outside. But as long as you're not wrapping,
that was actually
you're not hurting anything.
So it's funny because that was actually my response. I'm like, well, they are made to sit outside, babe. Yeah. But yes,
that's what you said.
I did.
You said that.
She's like, "Wow, okay, jerk."
Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm in the doghouse a lot.
Yep.
That's funny.
But no, that was a good point. It was funny. Literally, I mean, it probably was even yesterday. It was on my days all run together that she brought it up. By the way, you didn't cover it up. I'm like, wonderful. Great.
It's never too late, Paul.
Right.
I think that was a hit. Like, go cover it.
Yeah. Right.
Is it covered right now?
No.
So she had this conversation with you, and it's still not covered.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
She was getting ready for the warm up, so you could do it during
Oh,
this
no, that makes
warm up,
sense.
and
Yeah.
then when the snow and ice come, it's all taken
Yeah.
care of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice and warm out there now.
Yeah, you got
No, I'm
busy,
bad
busy
at-
afternoon.
I'm bad at not even like covering up like her patio set. That was probably more of why she had to bring it
Yeah.
up.
So that, right.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Paul?
I'm sorry. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Just can't have nice things.
Right, yeah.
Nope. Nope. I like to go, sit out there in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Just keeping it open. Right.
Yeah, keeping it open.
What
You
am I
never
supposed
know.
to sit on when I'm
You never-
grilling?
Hey,
Right.
it's Michigan. You never know when we're going to have a 51-degree weather and you
Right.
want to go sit outside and,
You want to
grill,
be prepared.
grill some food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want
That
to have
was
to mess
today.
with iced up covers.
No.
Just want to sit down.
Exactly.
I get it.
I can brush the snow away and
Right.
sit down.
Yep. Boom.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So, yeah.
Mhm.
That's good pointers, though.
Yeah.
It's good to cover them.
Covers aren't that expensive. I mean, really.
No, I think I think you can get them pretty cheap. I'm not sure what the universal ones are, at Home Depot and that, but I know
Probably
like
like 40.
Carrier's like $60 or $70 for
Yeah.
but those are like real nice. They're fitted. It's a
For
real
this-
nice like material that it's made from with the the vent. You know what I mean? That's like
Right.
a high end cover you're getting.
Now,
That's what I get.
thinking about it, if someone were to buy a high end cover, what's the life expectancy on the cover?
That's a
Obviously,
no one has ever asked me that.
it depends on how they put it on. I mean, let's be honest.
And how
if,
you
if it
store
just
it.
kind of
well, yeah.
and
How are you
store-
storing this thing?
Yeah,
right.
right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
putting it away wet, you know?
Are you folding it properly and
yeah.
maybe storing it in, I don't know, a bin,
Right?
a bag,
Could
some
be wet.
sort? Yeah.
You know, just wondering.
That-
I'm gonna have to
that's
find
on the
out what kind
consumer.
of
Yeah.
warranty carriers running on them.
Yeah.
covers. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
the Great Plains, so we're not getting huge winds.
Right.
So,
No.
just,
I gotta believe it's gonna last the life of the unit.
Okay.
I gotta believe that.
I would think so.
I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would think.
Just buy one per unit. There you go.
Yep.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you can always probably get a better pricing when you're replacing furnace with condenser.
Mhm.
Now, you don't have to always do that.
No.
Is it
you can do one or
recommended
the other. I'll tell you
sometimes?
this: I'm always going to recommend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless your unit's like less than
Newer.
10 or 12 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's kind of hard to do that. You know.
And is that reverse?
But-
I mean, even flip, like you can just replace a condenser and still use the same, maybe a little older furnace.
Yeah. So here, I'll just say this: like if you're replacing the furnace and you've got an older air conditioner, like I said, the life expectancy of an AC unit is 15 years. So
Yeah.
if you're dancing with you got
15.
12 years or more, and you're changing the furnace, here's the last thing you want, because when your air conditioner fails, and it will, most of the time when it fails, is that coil ice is up. And now you're just pouring, you're going to end up making a mess on top of this brand new furnace you just spent thousands on getting put in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like,
It'll
if
just
you can
freeze up
swing it.
right above your furnace.
Yeah, there's that air conditioner coil.
Yeah.
In most situations, with like an upflow furnace, you're going to have the coil sitting right on top of it. you
Right.
know? So that's, anything that happens with that, the drain pan gets cracked or wears out, starts leaking, or if that coil ices up, when that thaws out, like it's going to be making a mess right on top of that.
Right on top of your brand new furnace.
Right, exactly. So I always, kind of cringe a little when it's like, I got this fantastic furnace. We're sliding in under this 30-year-old air conditioner. Okay, you can't swing it. I mean, whatever. It's fine.
But shoot.
But yeah.
Can't be that. I mean,
Yeah, well, and
furnace is more expensive than replacing a.
they're pretty close to the same
Are
now.
they?
It kind of used to be, right? Used to
Furnace
be, but
was
I think
more.
air conditioners are. I mean, they're right about the same now, just because the air conditioning technology and like your efficiency ratings have, with like the new energy codes and that the ratings have gone up, and that's really kind of made the air conditioning costs go up as well. So
Yeah.
they're pretty much, it's about the same,
Neck
like
and neck.
AC versus a furnace replacement.
It's like washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
together.
But if you can swing it, I think it's worth doing them both at the same time, And we got, like I know we offer, financing and that through our, on our website and that
Nice.
there's a drop down. It's through Wells Fargo, and they always have like a 0%, offering of
Oh,
some
nice.
12 months up to 36 at times, so there's always
go.
something.
You got options.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
But yeah, then, but yeah, certainly you do not need to change both of them at the same time, you can do them separately.
Which, I mean, when it comes to your home value, I mean, it's a nice added bonus when I'm showing a house. I mean, there's a couple of main 4 things that I look at when looking at homes, and I'll point out to the buyers. It's roof, furnace and AC, and then the foundation, like the mechanics. Water heater too is including all that,
sure.
right? Like, if you got older units, okay, well, you better plan in the next maybe at least 5 years, and maybe even sooner than that. You're gonna have to be calling to get those replaced.
Right.
So it is, for those of you listening that maybe you got that teeter line of these expectancy of years and you're thinking of possibly selling and you can swing it, like it's definitely a great investment to make for that selling point. Because when you walk through buyers on it and you're like, you got a brand new carrier furnace and AC, like, dude, that's huge.
Yeah.
You don't have to, I mean, you told me you're not even going to probably live here more than 5 years. So that's now an added bonus for you to go to resell too.
Yeah.
Because they're not even have to worry about it. So, I mean, those are big, in my opinion. When I explain to buyers what we're looking for, those are the things you look at. Everything else cosmetically can be changed. And it's, I mean, it's not, okay, let's minus like kitchen and bath stuff. I mean, those can get a little expensive. But, the big ticket items, your HVACs are included in that. And so when buyers are walking through a home that's got new systems, that's huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's huge. So, I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, I love it when I see nice stuff in there.
Well, yeah.
So, which is, just good to think about. But, yeah. So now, as we come to, I mean, so you guys have been busy. I mean, how has been the supply with all the COVID stuff?
Yeah, it's we've done okay. We keep a pretty good inventory in our warehouse.
Right.
In our warehouse. But yeah, as a whole, I mean, we're dealing with shortages just like and everything else, and like the last couple of last season or two with like the AC units, like they're running out of them, and that's what like. Right.
I was going to say, like, what's coming into spring now?
Right, yeah.
Coming into spring now. If you're thinking about air conditioning, like now. The time to do it is now.
Now,
because like when you start thinking about it is when everybody else does, and that's you're gonna, like I said, when we get,
it's like the same conversation we have with our clients.
April and May. Yeah, once we hit April and May, like we're, and that's the other thing too. If you have an air conditioner that's broken, like you want it right now.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah.
But once we get going with our season, it's nothing to be 4-6 weeks out. Or more, So, certainly, like I said, if you're thinking like, yep, this year's the year, give us a call.
Right now.
Now.
Because you can get it in. Because just like everything else, like you said, this, it just seems like there's always shortages. You had the chip shortage stuff, and it's like with the cars, and I mean, it's with everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's never gonna break on a 60-degree day. It's gonna be 90.
Yeah.
For the next week.
Yeah.
Well, I would probably say the best option is you to call Matt, get set up on the PCCP program.
Oh, yeah.
Start having them come over and start checking your crap.
Yeah.
And then have an idea of what you're working with.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's the best thing. For only $209 and you're covered, like, again, it's a peace of mind.
Right.
Like, where your systems sit. It's not a matter of if.
Right.
I mean, we do this with our clients all the time. Let's stop playing the if game and just figure this out. Right? When's the best time for you? You may think it needs to be replaced, and I'm sure you guys are I know you are, honest and ethical when the work is like, hey, no, you're good.
Yeah.
You just need to replace this part.
Yep.
And you're fine. And then we're going to come back out. If nothing happens, we'll see you in November to check your furnace.
Yeah, exactly.
And change your filter and keep you right on chugging.
Yeah, keep you going.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
And you get the discounts. And if something does happen, we bump you up the schedule.
Well, that discount itself is nice, especially the way prices are going. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, high efficiency. It just, if something breaks, it sounds.
I'm gonna be. Yeah, honestly, like there isn't too many cheap repairs.
Yeah, right.
You got motors or the circuit boards
all
or
the
whatever.
freaking
It's
computer and
you're talking
electrical
hundreds
crap.
Right.
on repairs,
Yeah.
hundreds.
So
or
15%
more,
of,
it's like,
hundreds is, it's a good chunk.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yep.
You're saving $150 on the gram.
Right?
Yep.
Well,
And
parts, right?
Yeah.
Not labor.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
15% off.
Pwah!
Yeah, 15%.
You just
off
made,
everything.
You'd,
at
you'd
209
be
was
dumb
use it.
if you're hearing this right now. I called you dumb to not call Matt at Ehlers Heating and Cooling and sign up for the customer care program
Yeah.
and start saving some money.
Right.
Yeah.
Peace of mind, fellas and ladies.
There you go.
Heck yeah, man.
No, it's good stuff.
It's the lungs of your home, right?
Right. Oh,
It is
I like the
true.
way you put
The
that.
lungs
That's
of your
nice.
home. There's the title for the
yeah, there
episode,
you
sir.
go.
Right there.
I like
The lungs of your home.
I just actually made, I've heard that somewhere, I'm sure, but just
No, you came up
I
with
made
it.
up that.
You
made
made
that
it
up.
up.
Totally just made
You
that up.
made it up.
I've
Yeah.
never heard
Yeah.
it before.
You got to pen that and copyright.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slap it on Ehlers building.
Yep. The lungs of your home.
We are the lungs of your home. Without us, you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Call us. Nobody else.
Heck yeah.
Well, good. So how can, do you have anything else that you wanted to kind of mention or tell the audience?
Yeah,
Wanna
well,
make sure
you
we're
can
not
get a hold of
missing
us. Yeah, so...
Well, I'm going to get there. I'm talking, you got to.
I was just gonna.
He's rushing it.
I was just gonna
Rushing
throw our website and that stuff out.
Yeah.
there.
How do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can either go online, to our website at ehlershecool.com. And Ehlers is with the Ehlers, Ehlers.
Ehlers, yeah.
Yeah, or give us a shout 248-442-8500.
Heck yeah. They're right there in Livonia again, and right off of 8 Mile. But you guys service all Metro Detroit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, southeast. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we go Brighton to, I don't know, like the east side. We'll go to the east side. We'll go up to
You
pretty
had
much
me running.
M59 down to 94, even probably a little past each way, but
Yeah.
cover a pretty good area.
Where'd they have you running to, Paul?
Everywhere.
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 I've done stuff. Yeah, Grand Rapids. We've gone all the way.
It couldn't have been
Yeah.
that bad if you stayed that long.
Oh, heck no.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Working with
It
Matt
can't be
is
that. I stayed
working
that
with
long.
Matt. No, working with Matt was fun. No, the Ehlers, they're a great family.
Yeah.
Larry's a good guy.
Yeah.
Trudy's a good, awesome. They just run it well. And I mean, what is bad when you go to work and there's just lovely dogs
Yeah.
greeting you every
Yep.
time you walk into their place? Because that's what the owners always had.
Yep. Goldens.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's
Corona was the last one. I think I was there.
Yeah, so Corona's gone. They have
Yeah.
Casper now.
Casper?
Yep. Casper, he loves people.
They always love
Come
golden
see him.
retrievers,
Come see him.
right?
He would
Yeah.
love for you to come up there and pet him. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's there every day,
Yeah.
6 days a week. He's in there.
Running the show.
Absolutely.
It's the mascot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's very much like a family, a family business there.
Yeah.
Irv is, who started this. So Irv started it, in 1961, and then his son Larry is who owns it now.
Yep.
And then, but Larry doesn't have any kids, so we are his children. So, and Casper.
Yeah.
Big Casper. Yeah. Big Casper.
So
Yeah.
we're all right behind Casper.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's normally how it goes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but no, yeah, it's a great company.
Well,
Yeah,
and it speaks
yeah.
to volumes if you guys have won 9 years in a row the President
President's
Award
Award,
from
Yep.
from Carrier.
Mhm.
You've
you
been
guys-
there 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really hear a whole lot of
Not these days.
people staying that long at companies. I mean,
Yeah.
they bop around from time to
Right.
time.
Yeah, especially the trades. Yeah,
Mhm.
guys seem to move around a decent amount, right?
How's hiring been though?
Tough.
With all this
Tough.
craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always looking for good people,
There you go.
Yeah.
HVAC.
Yeah.
Call.
That's a great trade.
Heck yeah.
Really to get into. But,
Oh,
I mean, everyone's always going to need heat
oh yeah.
and air
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
it ain't
mean,
going
no.
anywhere.
No.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
It's a-
Exactly. And you
So-
kind of do a little everything. That's kind of what's nice with HVAC. That's why that's ultimately how I even kind of chose that direction because you're doing a little electrical, you're doing a little plumbing, you know.
Yeah.
So you're kind of doing a lot of
black pipe.
Yep. Yeah. Running some gas line.
Right.
Yep,
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
Keeps it interesting.
Yeah. You don't have to really get into the poop.
Well,
the dirty part.
That's so funny because we've had, David Gilbert, electrician, and then I had a client that is a pipe fitter.
Yeah.
And it's funny you kind of say that because they both. I remember when we had Dave in here for electrical, he kind of brought up when he went to trade school.
Right, yeah.
It was either between being a electrician or a plumber. And it was funny because he goes, well, how I made my decision was poop or like if something was to go wrong, poop or I'm being an electrician. Yeah. And then it was funny because I have a client who is a pipe fitter for Ford, and he was in trade school, and he literally like that week we were closing. He said the same scenario. He's like, I was in trade school, and this is how I decided. It was like, well, if I did something wrong in electrical, I'll probably die. If I had something wrong, I'm going to go this route. Yeah. Exact opposite. So it was just funny how as you go through trade school, you're kind of like, well, what's my options?
Right.
Here? Like if something was to go wrong, what would be my problem?
Yep. Yeah.
And you just got the good middle spot.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. We just do it all.
Yeah.
Just do it all. Get them both covered.
Yeah. And then you're the lungs of the home.
Right.
So you're the most important.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right, yeah.
You are the most important.
Well, good. Appreciate obviously having you come on and talk to us about the HVAC stuff. And if you are thinking about doing anything, now's the time, just like Matt said.
Yep.
Give them a call. One more time. What's the phone number?
248-442-8500.
And then Ehlers Heating and Cooling.com.
EhlersHeatCool.com.
Heatcool.com. Check it out. EHLERS.
EHLERS.
Yeah. That's how you spell Ehlers.
You got it. Yeah, it's almost like you used to work there.
Yeah.
I'm just spitting the game right now.
You work there.
Should hire me to sell it.
Right.
Eric, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for coming on. It was a good time.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And, another good one.
Yes, sir.
Halfway to 100. Well, no, wait, that's
No,
the next one.
that's the next
98. Yeah, we're 98, 49. I get ahead of myself
one. We already
sometimes.
lost track.
Yeah. Well, I'm Paul Seguin with eXp Realty.
I'm Devin Carr with Gold Star Mortgage.
This is the Carr and Seguin Show.
See you.
See you.
The primary purpose of this podcast series is to inform, entertain, and educate. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast series do not constitute legal or professional advice, opinions, or endorsements of any kind. Gold Star Mortgage Financial Group, NMLS 3446, Equal Housing Lender.